Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
From the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my Protandu. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
Of the seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home, from back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England, yeah. Can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, banku, weche, dollof, Ghana dollof. Oh my God, Ama dollof. Name the food. When you come to Ama to eat, Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom. London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Hey beautiful people, I'm May Queen and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
From the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my Protandem. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
Of the seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home, from back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England. Yeah, can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, dollar Ghana dollar. Oh my God, Ama dollar. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Hey, beautiful people! I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
The best radio show all around the world. Broadcasting live online, in your car,
at work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
Starr Radio, radio for the people, by the people.
Oh, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Friday edition of the morning show. There were a lot of development that could have stopped us from having the broadcast today, but hey, you know what? I said no. My word is my bond. I'm not a politician. Yeah, I'm a newscaster. I'm a journalist, and therefore we promise and we deliver on it. And therefore, I have to make sure that I deliver on that promise, and that is being with you. So, we have to do everything. My producer was saying, are you sure that we could still do it? I said, yes, we'll still go on with it. So, wherever you are this morning, tune in to listen to us. Let me say a massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. And thank you once again for tuning in on Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Yes, so from now till 12:30, or depending if we have a money man, that's 1 o'clock, where I will bring you everything that you need to know. I'm going to be your captain. I'm going to fly you through all the terrains. But be rest assured of one thing. I will take you to your destination in peace, not in pieces. So let me say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Good morning to the money man himself, Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, our money man. Good morning to you, Perry. Good morning to you. No other one but the one and only Mr. Laimi Koiki, and all the fans on the Koiki Media platform, Yoruba Nation platform, United States of Biafra platforms, Antoine Adedeji, Shamsuddin, Aziz, Tosino, Bishop Adeshina. Good morning to Chief Dr. Sunday Adeyamoigo, Professor Banja Kintoye. Massive good morning to you all. Hope you're all doing very, very well. Massive good morning. In Ghana, Takofi, good morning. Nianana Joe, good morning to you. And a special good morning also goes to no other one by the one and only Delta Hammond. In Kumasi and Mom, Mrs. Vine Hammond, good morning to you. Eben, good morning. Cape Town, Antonio, good morning to you. And wherever you all are, yes, sir. Our protocol observed, my brother Felix, all the way in Aberdeen, good morning. Reverend Dr. George Toffe, good morning. Professor Toffe, good morning to you. I'll get in touch with you as soon as I'm done with the program. But wherever you are, once again, to every one of you who are tuning in this morning, I salute you and I say once again, welcome to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London on the 12th day of June, the year 2026, with a time now at 11:21. So I'm going to bring you the quote for the day, the weather forecast to follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as Global Trotting. Then after which we'll continue. And exactly at 11:45, the line will be activated for you to add your voice to the discussion. Discussions will go on. If we are fortunate to have our money man, Mr. Dan Tabiri, on, we'll be bringing him your way. So then that is between 12 30 to 1 o'clock is going to be coming your way. If not, then the curtains will be brought down at 12:30 exactly. But in a gist, that's what's going to happen this morning. But you know what? If you have any information you want to share with us, feel free to do so. But let me kick it off by telling you the quote for the day. It says, all success follow a logical sequence by which everyone can repeat and achieve same result. And repeat and achieve same result. But somebody will ask you, where does miracle stand in there? With a miracle, you cannot mimic it. But it is that one just so let's say it happens sporadically, or maybe some way somehow God picks another person, lifts him there, picks another one from there, places the person there. So it's not something that you can actually mimic. But you look at it and you see that all those ones who fall in that bit have been working seriously to get everything done. So what do you think about all that? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 11:23 with its Starr Radio UK. Now moving on to the weather front. Yeah. Now this afternoon we'll see increasingly dry conditions with brief sunny breaks before sunshine develops by evening, breezy and warmer. Now tonight will be mostly dry and breezy with prolonged clear spells and just a few areas of patchy cloud drifting in at times. Now when it comes to the temperatures, the temperature for today is going to be 22 degrees tops and 11 degrees. Low UV level is going to be moderate. Pollution is going low, and pollen is going to be high. Sunset going to be 2017 and 2117, and so right for tomorrow morning 04:43 hours. But let me take you to the weekend weather for you there as well. As we say, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads as we keep navigating our promise, our bond. So on the for the weekend weather, now Saturday, that tomorrow, any patches of cloud will soon dissipate, leaving a settled day with extensive sunshine, breezy at first, but winds easing later in the day. Now on Sunday will be largely dry with lengthy sunny spells and a few areas of cloud building in from the north. Small risk of 1 or 2 showers developing overnight into Monday. Top temperature for the weekend it's going to be, call it average, 22 degrees tops, and the lowest 11 or 12 degrees low for those of you in the London and southeastern part of England or the UK. That's it. Now we're going to move on to the travels. As I say, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads. And what have I got there for you? Oh boy. Yes. Now those of you using the underground this morning, Metropolitan Line and Victoria Lines are experiencing minor delays. Metropolitan Line between Harrow on the Hill and Uxbridge, and Victoria Line, the entire line. That aside, all the other underground lines are running a good service, and the London DLR, London Tramlink, good service, and London Overground, good service there as well. Now moving on to the major roads in London, and I can tell you shortly, Central London Red Route is experiencing serious delays. You can avoid that, do your best to do so. If not, continue in that trend, and others have no exceptional delays. The River Bus is running a good service. The London Cable Car is also running a good service, bringing us to the final segment of the travel update. That is the National Rail. As I say, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads as keeping navigated our promise, our bond. So on the National Rail, the final segment, Avanti West Coast, Southwestern Railway, and Transport for Wales are all offering special service. That aside, all the others are running a good service, and that's how I would say it once again as I normally would. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. Let's take a commercial break. We come back and we continue with the show. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to what? Yes, sir. 11:30 exactly. And it's now time for us to go global trotting. All right then. So kicking off from home here in the UK. Yesterday wasn't a good time for the Prime Minister with the resignation of the Defense Secretary. So former Minister it's urging Starmer to find more money for defense after resignation, but Prime Minister put Prime Minister under pressure. And then Chris Mason dissent thesis again at the top of the Labour Party. And Elon Musk SpaceX raises $75 billion ahead of record stock market debut. And then those are some of the stories making the rounds there. That is okay. My apologies because my system is not loading as fast as I want. Grooming survivors left with criminal records still being failed. Those are some of the stories. And then the only house left in abandoned mining village is up for auction. Do you want to get it? Yeah. Okay, further man charged after violence at Newark protest, and Tartan Army feels the heat in Boston as World Cup kicks off. Those are some stories making the rounds there. But top of the agenda is the former minister urging Starmer to find more money for defense. Where is he going to be finding the money for? And then people will talk about that again with the defense. We'll talk more about that. But another story and a breaking news that came through says that artist David Hockney has died aged. The painter was one of the most celebrated and influential British artists of the 20th and 21st century. I'm going to be telling you more about all that as the program goes on. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, on the world front as well. Now, Trump says he has cancelled strikes against Iran and talks up possible agreement. Now, Trump says discussions with Iran have been brought to the highest level of Iranian leadership and approved, but Tehran says nothing has been finalized. And then Trump is being accused of flip-flop or deliberate unpacking Trump's strategy on Iran. Maybe it's deliberate. Reverse psychology. Well, what do you think about that? Toronto police officer killed in raid linked to U.S. consulate shooting. And do not use my music, Ariana Grande tells White House. A man has been accused of killing Minnesota lawmaker and husband pleads guilty for that as we go on. Yes, yesterday the World Cup kicked off honestly in Mexico. But there were some, whilst the tournament was going on, there were clashes outside. Where police were being pounded by, what should I say, missiles or whatever. Yeah? Now, World Cup kicks off in Mexico with Shakira dancing and protests. Now, there was a started opening ceremony and some sporadic clashes between police and protesters around the Azteca Stadium. Well. And then, so we'll be telling you more about that. But 3 people were sent off as Mexico beat South Africa in World Cup opener. All right. Now, in Europe as well, what are some stories making the rounds there? Sweden ditches plan to imprison 13-year-old serious offenders. Now, the Scandinavian country is currently grappling with children being recruited into violent gangs. Now, what's the way forward? How can they deal with all that? You want to know more? You got to stay tuned as we look into that. South Korea come from behind to beat Czech Republic. In what? I'm going to be telling you more on that front as well. And Ryanair investigated over charging parents to sit with children. You want your child to sit with you, you got to pay more. And then Sardinian beach bans umbrellas for 10 to 65 year olds. Why? Is it too not too hot there, so the people use the umbrellas to be clambering spaces and stuff like that? Now, you want to know more, you got to stay tuned as we go on. I'll be bringing you more from that front. 11:35 the time. Starr Radio UK, the station. Now, moving on into Asia. Thai princess Bachir Kitiyaba dies after more than 3 years in coma. Now, Princess Bria Kitiyaba, the king's eldest daughter, collapsed in December 2022 whilst exercising her dogs. And she has passed on. And then jail South Korean ex-president gets 30 more years for sending drones into the north. Oh my goodness. All right then. We see. A 1,000 march in Pakistan administered Kashmir as clashes killed at least 15 people. An Everest guide miraculous survivor raises questions for tourism industry. And 4 days of extreme rain killed 7% of world's rarest orangutans, said a Chinese police detained man after dog torture video sparks outrage. Family of British toddler criticized police as Australian inquiry into cold case murders begins. All right, then. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. So in Asia, the unknown man in my mother's coffin a year after Air India crash, families still waiting for answers. Well, it's labeling, right? Okay. Somebody's buried. Yours is buried. Your whether cremated or whatever. So what do? Do you want your well, maybe they can say that one burnt totally. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 11:37 as we go on in the Middle East. And what have I got there for you before we venture into Africa as well? US and Iran exchange strikes across Middle East for second day in a row. That was what happened the day before. But Israeli airstrikes hit Lebanese city of Tyre despite Iranian warning to stop attacks. But we know that now things have changed, and as Trump is saying, he thinks that the end of the war is near, that some agreement can be reached. But what do you think about all that? It's all coming your way. 3 sent off as Mexico beats South Africa in World Cup opener. 3 players are sent off as co-host Mexico launch the 2026 World Cup by defeating South Africa at a packed Azteca Stadium. And deadly Sudan drone strikes targets funeral procession. And, well, those are some of the stories making their rounds there. Okay. This is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, as we go on further to look at some of the other stories making the rounds in other parts of the world. So on the African front. Yeah. Now, just bear with me. Sources say women who fled Iran to be deported from U.S. to Central African Republic. Women who fled Iran are to be deported from the U.S. to Central African Republic. Okay. And then UNHCR number of displaced people worldwide falls first time in the case. And Strait of Hormuz remains open as U.S. and Iran edge towards a deal. As to whether that is true or not, that's another story making the rounds there that we're going to be bringing your way. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, as we move on. In Nigeria, Tinubu opens Arterial Road N5, hails Julius Berger's execution, and Jack and Senate voids Kyari's arrest. Distance from Oshimole anti-NNPCL remarks. We will be looking into that story as the program goes on. It's one of the stories that definitely we will be looking into that. You know, at times you rub my back, I rub your back. So we have things like that happening there. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Nigeria has exceeded OPEC's quota as crude condensate output reaches 11 months high. Well, that is good. And Ekiti Guba poll, Governor Oyibanji, best candidate, APC national chairman, has said, and Tinubu defends power sector reforms, vows improved electricity supply for Nigeria on Democracy Day. This all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. President Mahama has directed contractors to return to site to complete new Eastern Regional Hospital. Let's see. That means funds will be rolling in to see to that. And the NDC economic gains not reflecting in lives of ordinary Ghanaians. Well. See who is speaking. And then 1-to-me files plea bargaining request to AG to negotiate terms over 30 million Ghana cedis Exim Bank charges. Okay, let's see. The Lord. Government repatriates 327 stranded Ghanaians from Cote d'Ivoire. How? I'm going to be telling you more about all that as we go on. Neil Antivana ready to contest NDC chairmanship. If I say I didn't get here, steps aside. Is he one vying for that? And do you think he's got what it takes? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Star Radio UK, and the Apia Kubi steps away and seeks leave to withdraw. We'll be looking more into that and lessons in Ghana's history. June 4, 1979, and Ghanaians prefer democracy to military rule. University of Ghana study has shown. Well, I ask the question once again. The democracy, the type of democracy that we are practicing in our part of the world, does it warrant well for us at all? Or we need to fine-tune it in a way that will meet our dynamics there, because it doesn't look like it fits in perfectly. Where everybody thinks because of the rule of law, so everybody can do whatever they want, and they'll tell you the wheels of law grinds slowly. By the time you say Jack, somebody that you perpetrated evil on, that person might have even died and wouldn't have received the justice that they want, because the wheel of law is grinding what? Slowly, or turning slowly and slowly. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 11:43. We're going to take a commercial break, but before then, well, coming soon, Health with Patricia is going to be coming your way on the 26th of June. Yeah, it's Tuesday, the 26th of June. It's going to be kicking off, but prepare yourselves. We're going to be having Patricia with us, Patricia Roxanamon with us sometime next week. Next week, she'll be telling us more about the program that she's doing that is going to be aired on Star Radio UK. So wherever you are, don't even think of touching the dial. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's take a break, and I will be with you. Stay tuned on that. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
I am recording from the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my Protandim. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
Of the seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home. From back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England, yeah. Can have, what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, dolof, Ghana dolof. Oh my God, Ama dolof. Name the food. When you come to Ama to eat, Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom. London. Cheers.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair!
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Hey, beautiful people! I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I'm bringing the time now to 10 minutes to the top of the hour. The lines are open if you want to hop in to share your take on any of the issues that I've highlighted. And be rest assured of one thing, I will acknowledge you there. However, yes, we're going to be having Money Man, yes, joining us this afternoon, and that will be exactly at 12:30. And today, what are we going to be looking at? Well, claiming tax relief on job expenses. Wow, you are here, you are buying stuff, you are doing that, you have got. How do you claim tax relief from that? So, you know, if you don't know, then some way, somehow, you might be missing out on some monies that is supposed to be coming into your pocket. But this afternoon, he'll be throwing more light on that. How to claim tax relief on job expenses. Which one? If you have any questions, feel free and share it with us, and I will be posing that question to him. Or you can post it on the platforms that we are broadcasting on, and I will be asking him that, or he will address that for you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, so kicking off from home here in the UK. Now, Keir Starmer, how did I even say it? Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister is under renewed pressure after Armed Forces Minister Al Kans followed the Defense Secretary in quitting over a dispute over military funding. The Defense Investment Plan, DIP, was not transformative enough. That's what Kans said, and was looking backwards rather than forward. He says the government has got to find more money And where that comes from is down to the Prime Minister. So, Prime Minister, is there some money somewhere that we don't know that we can use those monies for? The purpose for defense. Yesterday, former Defense Secretary John Haley told the Prime Minister the upcoming DIP falls well short of what is required for defense. But Business Secretary Peter Kyle says the plan is not yet finalized, but will be released soon, adding that the government drives a hard bargain when it comes to financing. The defense of our nation is the first duty of government. The new Defense Secretary Dan Jarvis says after being appointed. Now, it's interesting. The largest category for the Treasury, within the Treasury, called is for social protection, which covers things like the state pension, work age benefits. More than 150 billion of the 400 billion is expected to be spent on the state pension. Now, if you add health spending onto social protection, you've already covered about half of what the government is expected to spend. Now, next comes education. Okay, let me take that one again. The breakdown of it. I was trying to get the full explanation of it, but some bit is not coming through. But some verification that has come through the BBC say that the chart breaks down what the Treasury is planning to spend in the next 12 months from April this year. Now, the largest category is what the Treasury calls social protection, which covers things like state pension, working age benefits, more than 150 billion of the 400 billion is expected to be spent on the state pension. Now, if you add health spending onto social protection, you have already covered about half of the government of what the government is expected to spend. And next comes education at 145 billion, and then debt interest payment of 135 billion on the money the government borrows. That is before you reach defense spending of 90 billion, which is about 6% of the government spending plans. Now, this morning, there being the former MP Madeleine Moon, who also served as president of the NATO Parliamentary Assembly, has said that that living a lie on defense for a long time, that the UK has been living a lie on defense for a long time, as whether she can conceive of the UK being at war in the next 10 years. She referenced cyber attacks and says, Nikki, we are at war every day. She asked, defense is not just a case of skies, water and boots on the ground. She described it as multi-layered. Now, Moon continues by saying defense has been underfunded for a long time and is now so weak. And somebody say that is why Trump says that we are all dependent on them to help us out. But what do you think about all that? Well, the newly appointed Defense Secretary Dan Jarvis has shared his first comments since taking up his new role, calling defense the first duty of government. Writing on X, he says, our armed forces carry out the duty every day with professionalism, courage, and extraordinary skill. It is a huge honor and privilege to serve alongside them again. Well. On February 25, 2025, Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced that the UK defense spending will rise to 2.5% of GDP in 2027, funded by aid spending being cut from 0.5% of GDP to 0.3% in the same year. And the government said that including spending on the UK security and intelligence agencies, the overall defense budget will reach 2.6% of GDP by 2027. The UK estimated NATO qualifying defense spending, which is the spending that military alliance counts as meeting its members' commitment, was 2.3% of GDP in 2024 and 2.4% in 2025. In February 2025, Starmer also stated an ambition to increase defense spending to 3% of GDP in the next parliament. At the summit in The Hague in June 2025, the UK and the NATO members committed to spending 3.5% of GDP spending by 2035. John Haley resignation letter suggests that the planned defense investment plan intends to increase defense spending in 2030 to 2.68% of GDP. That implies on an 0.08 percentage increase in the existing 2027 commitment of 2.6% of GDP, around 2.4 billion in today's money. Okay, so what do you think is a way forward? I think a week or so ago, we had a conversation where we're looking at the situation where the security chief was saying that the UK is always and has been under attack from Russia and other nations for some time now. Cyber attacks, undersea, and all those bits that the Russian reconnaissance and stuff like that have been doing, and some ships moving in and all those bits. But the question is, when people who are supposed to be working, or government is saying, I want to cut down on benefits, and that we need to scrutinize or tighten up the way that people are not you are not investing, you are not making any income, and that we have to be paying you, and where people are taking undue advantage of it. What do you think is the way forward? There are people who are genuinely in need of help, but there are people who are abusing it. But when MPs who represent some of these bodies decide that government says, I want to cut down on all these benefits and stuff like that, and they say, well, you dare do that, we're going to do this. Government said, I want to increase tax on that. They say, you just do that. So virtually hiding his hands behind him at his back. So what do you think he can do? What do you think government can do when it comes to making the money? Because the former defense secretary was saying that the prime minister should be able to tell other entities or other ministries or departments to cut down on their expenditure so that those monies can be used for defense. But the question is, how true is all that? But ladies and gentlemen, this is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to almost 12 o'clock as we move on from this. So, undue pressure, the Prime Minister come next week by this time would have known the by-election who has won. Are we going to be having Andy Burnham coming in to come and compete with Keir Starmer as leader of the party, or what exactly is going to happen there? Well. What do you think about all that? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Star Radio UK, 12 o'clock the time, the morning show, the program, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only
Archie on Star Radio. Nobody does it better.
Okay, as we go on. Let me bring you this one and then. Now, children who were groomed, sexually abused, and then prosecuted for crimes including prostitution are still being failed, the author of a landmark report has said. Baroness Louise Casey, who led the national investigation into grooming gangs, called on the government last year to quash any conviction of victims who were criminalized when they should have been protected. The government has since introduced legislation to pardon child prostitution offenses. However, in an exclusive interview, Baroness Casey said that she was the lazy option and did not go far enough, adding that there should be a comprehensive scheme to look at quashing all wrongful conviction for victims. In a quote, she said, I feel that they've gone for the easy option, and if I'm being more brutal, the lazy option of not setting up a disregard scheme with enough thought enough care, enough action. So far, she said they have failed. The Home Office said it will take forward Baroness Casey's recommendation to review criminal convictions that may have been shaped by a person's experience of being sexually abused as a child. A spokesperson said, "We encourage all those affected by these convictions to get in touch with Criminal Cases Review Commission." Joan, not her real name, is one of the thousands of people who were groomed and sexually abused as children, but were criminalized from the 1990s to 2010 rather than protected. She was groomed from age 15 and said she was raped and sexually exploited over several years by more than 500 men all over the country. Joan was repeatedly arrested as a child, and despite being under 18, she was treated as an offender and brought before the court. She was 17 when she received her first conviction in Wolverhampton for loitering and soliciting in the early hours in the 1990s. Now, what do you do to people of this sort? And the perpetrators, where are they? The communities that they are from. Interestingly, when we have people from various communities doing something, okay, it's difficult because you don't want to take one brush and paint the whole community that this is how they all are. So stereotyping, we don't want to do that. But how do we address this? Because it's not one person, it's not two people, it's not three, it's not four, it's not five, but you see majority of them are doing that. And at times we spin the religious thing and say, oh yeah, it's quite an interesting debate there, but I don't know. The best bet now is to quash that sentence that is on these individuals or labeling that's on them, and then we can look at it. But if individuals have been somehow compromised and they were involved in that, they need to face the full rigors of the law. It doesn't matter their ethnicity, it doesn't matter their religion, it doesn't matter the color of their skin, whether white, blue, green, black, brown, purple, whatever it is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 4 minutes past the top of the hour. For free, you want to share your tech with me? Feel free to do so, and be rest assured of one thing, that I'm going to be sharing that with our astound viewers and listeners. Well, in a moment, he said, I'm going to be the fiery attack that Iran was going to see in the night was going to be one that they've never seen before. Then in another breath, he says, you know what? I've cancelled all that. We are virtually, the war is over. Well. Now, Donald Trump says he has cancelled strikes against Iran, saying negotiations with Iran were brought to the highest level of Iranian leadership and approved. But others are saying that is not what has happened at the moment. Discussing the final points have been, in both concept and great detail, approved by all parties involved, Trump says, in elaborating further in remarks in the Oval Office. However, Iran says a deal is yet to be finalized, and earlier warned the U.S. of an endless quagmire that you will be stuck in for years. Trump's mixed messaging on Iran has left key details unanswered and raised fresh questions about the state of the negotiations. That's what is going on. So Thursday began with U.S. President Donald Trump threatening to hit Iran very hard with new strikes and possible takeover Kag Island, a major oil terminal off the coast of Iran. But then Trump later called off another round of military strikes against Iran, saying on social media that progress has been made towards a deal. Then he told reporters in the Oval Office that a memorandum of understanding is in the final shape and could be signed as early as this weekend, potentially in Europe. Then Trump says the agreement aims to ensure Iran never acquires nuclear weapons and that a U.S. naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz will be lifted immediately upon signing. Now, despite Trump's statement, Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson said a deal is not yet finalized, accusing the U.S. of making excessive demands and adding new requests to the negotiations. Now, Trump spoke with regional allies across the Middle East about the negotiations, and both he and the Iranian acknowledged the role of the Qatari government as mediators. Now, following the announcement that the U.S. strikes were called off, Brent crude oil price dropped below $90 per barrel, while the U.S. stock market closed the day with gains. Closing everything there, and we'll be telling you more as it happens. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Don't worry. Well, if you worry, yeah. But this war that is going on, when would it end? Bob Marley said, well, it seems like total destruction, only solution. Is that what we are envisaging? Is that what we are seeing at all? Well. The World Cup kicked off earnestly in Mexico yesterday with South Africa being trashed 2-0. The 2026 World Cup had begun in Mexico with an opening ceremony filled with color, dancing, and performance by global music star Shakira. The thousands of fans arrived at the Legend Azteca Stadium in Mexico City with a real sense of excitement for the first World Cup on their home turf in 40 years. But outside the stadium, there was a sporadic violent clashes as radical protesters attempted to disrupt the event and were met by a heavy security response. For the most part, though, football took center stage and there were wild celebrations as Mexico kicked off their campaign with a 2-0 win over South Africa. Now, Javier Perez came with his family for the opener and said that the excitement now outweighs any hassles experienced up to this point. We are lucky to get hospitality tickets, and it's a unique experience. I have never been to a World Cup before, so to bring my family is wonderful, he said. I just want Mexico to get off on the right foot, win today, and score a load of goals, and then we'll see how far we can go. Despite the heightened security presence around 82,000 persons stadium, the clashes between police and protesters temporarily shut down nearby metro stations. Now, Mexican officials said the nearly 200 hooded individuals broke away from two grounds of around 800 protesters and clashed with law enforcement, but the situation was brought under control by the police. Meanwhile, teachers and families of those who have gone missing in Mexico drag war march in various protests to highlight their causes, while the country is in the global spotlight. Mexico is co-hosting the 2026 tournament alongside the US and Canada, with those teams hosting their own opening ceremonies today. Ahead of the match, fans in stadium were treated to performance from Shakira, Colombia's J Balvin, Afrobeat star Burna Boy, and Latin music star Danny Ocean. The Mexican city singer, songwriter Fer Olevra of the pop punk band Mana took the stage to sing the classic Oye Mi Amor. All right then. So, well, a good kickoff from there, and any misbehavior was brought under control. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK at 10 minutes past the top of the hour, the time, the morning show, the program. I remain yours sincerely, still your one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
All right then, let's move on to Europe and let's see what is happening there as well. Now, Sweden has dropped plans to imprison serious offenders as young as 13 due to a lack of parliamentary support. The country is currently grappling with children being recruited into violent gangs, with more than 50 children aged under 15 appearing in court last year on murder or attempted murder charges, Justice Minister Gunnar Strömmer has said. The Sweden center-right government will now draft legislation to lower the age of criminal responsibility to 14 from its current limit of 15. By lowering the age of criminal responsibility, fairer and proportionate sanctions can be imposed and will be able to create a better condition for rehabilitation than today, Strommer said. Currently, children under 15 who are convicted of violent crimes are sent to youth homes, which Strommer said led to more inmates later reoffending. Because they're sent there, and these ones also now teach or mimic. They mimic what these ones have done, and they come out as hardened criminals. Now, 8 existing prisons have been tasked with preparing special sections for children where they will be kept separate from adult inmates. The aim of the measures was to protect society from life-threatening crime, to protect victims of crime who are often themselves children, Trauma told reporters. Is it because they know that the children will not be prosecuted the way that they were, and that they were being sent to some homes, children home to keep them? That was what was fomenting more attacks or behavior, unruly behavior, criminality when it came to that part of the world. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. 13 minutes past the top of the hour, the time, the morning show, the program. As I said, we will be bringing you the Money Hour with our money man, Mr. Dan Tabiri, exactly at 12:30. And we will be looking at what? Let me tell you more about what we're going to be looking at. How to claim tax relief on job expenses. How to claim tax relief on job expenses. Well, South Korea came from behind to defeat Czech Republic 2-1 as substitute. Young girl scored the winning goal in 80th minute of their World Cup opener. Song Heung-min and company had dominated the game against the Czechs, who did not have a shot on target until their captain Ladislav Krejci rose to head home a long throw from Vladimir Kofal for the opening goal on the 59th minute. The former Tottenham forward Son, captaining his nation, had 5 of South Korea's 8 efforts in the first half, and his biggest chance was blocked by goalkeeper Matej Kova shortly after the interval. But tenured defensive midfielder Wang In-byung inspired South Korea's fight back when he equalized only 8 minutes after the Czech opener by defender Krejci, who spent last season on loan at Wolves. Found inside the box by the lively Lee Kang-in, Wang deceived Kova, who had rushed off his line as he faked to shoot before scooping the ball over the Czech keeper and into an unguided goal to make it 1-1. South Korea thought they had been undone by another Czech set piece in the 78th minute as Thomas Susek nodded home a free kick from the left, but Wang Mungbo's side were handed a reprieve as the goal was ruled out for offside, and their supporters at Estadio Guadalajara were seen celebrating as their side took the lead. But skaters forward tapping home across from Wang to complete the turn around. Well, so that is what is happening today. What is going to happen there? We're going to be telling you more about that. There's going to be opening in the US and opening in Canada as well as the World Cup continues from there. This is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London as we go on at 60 minutes past the top of the hour. Don't worry. Girls, have a hot or cold drink, whichever is appropriate, as we continue with the journey, bringing you everything that you got to know. And what somebody say, what is that? What is that? Okay. So in Asia, South Korea's ex-president has got another more 30 years more for sending drones into North Korea. Why? The South Korea court has sentenced former President Yoon Suk-yeol to 30 years in jail for sending drones into North Korea. Prosecutors argue that Yoon ordered operation in October 2024 to provoke Pyongyang and create a pretext for his failed martial law bid later that year. So he was doing everything to say that, you know what, the North want to attack us, and therefore martial law in place, and I have to make sure I stand on any dissent and everything. Now, when Yoon declared martial law on 3rd of December, he had claimed he was protecting the country from anti-state forces that sympathized with North Korea. But it soon became clear he was driven by domestic troubles, and he rolled back the order in the face of mass protests. Yoon, who was impeached and is now serving time in prison after he was sentenced to life for insurrection over his botched martial law attempt. On Friday, the Seoul District Court found Yoon, as well as his former defense minister Kim Yong-yeon, former head of the Defense Counterintelligence Command Yo In-hyun, and the former head of Drone Operations Commands Kim Yong-dae, guilty of treason and abuse of power. Kim was sentenced to 30 years in jail, while Yo received 15 years and Kim Yong-dae received 3 years in prison with a 5-year suspended sentence. The defendants used the guise of a military operation to induce provocation from North Korea with the aim of creating a state of emergency, the court has ruled. Now, I really wish that can be a template that can be used in other countries, like the US, like other countries. You got me? Yeah. So you cannot just be a leader and just decide that, well, maybe elections didn't go my way in some African countries. You cut my drift, and then you say, yeah, I'm entrenching myself. I declare a state of emergency. There's an attack from other anti-state organizations and stuff like that. Then you can entrench yourself. They saw through it, and now he has been incarcerated, and he's got another. He's sentenced for life, and now he's got another 30 years. Is he running it concurrently, or after the life sentence, then he'll start with the 30 years? Well. That is proper rule of law, right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, where do you see something of the sort happening? Not sure about that. But let's go on, let's move on, and let's look at some of the stories making the rounds in other parts of the world as we are running behind schedule now. My apologies there. Trying to get something from the African front as well. But let's move on quickly. Now, interestingly, I was when I came in, I was asking my producer. I said, "How was yesterday's game?" And he said, "Well, it looked like African fans were trolling South African fans." Yesterday, the normal display of African unity in the early stages of the Football World Cup was notably absent from social media, as many fans from across the continent backed Mexico in the tournament opening match against South Africa. The memes were light-hearted, including a lot of sombrero on Mexican flags, but they pointed to a dark underbelly. The banter reflected anger over a report of xenophobic violence in South Africa. A poor South African performance on the pitch led to 2-0 against the World Cup co-host. Now, as the final whistle blew, social media lit up with a flood of mocking posts. But as some Africans pushed back, praising the spirit of their team, nicknamed Bafana. Now, South Africa is one of the 10 African teams at this year's expanded World Cup, with the US and Canada co-hosting along with Mexico. Ahead of the Thursday match, some African football fans justified their support for Mexico by linking it to current tensions in South Africa over migration. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. Africa unite. Can we unite under this this cloud? I'm not sure about that. Well. Starr Radio UK. In Nigeria as well, the Senate on Thursday moved to protect its institutional integrity and reaffirm adherence to constitutional procedures by nullifying a warrant of arrest purportedly issued by the Senate Public Accounts Committee against a former Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigeria National Petroleum Limited, Engineer Mele Kyari. Now, the motion sponsored by Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele also formally disassociated the Senate from comments attributed to Senator Adams Oshimole, who reportedly described the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited as a bunch of criminals and thieves during a Public Accounts Committee hearing earlier on Wednesday. The Senate emphasized that legislative oversight must be conducted within the framework of the Constitution, due process, and the principles of fair hearing. Presenting the motion, Bamidele argued that while sections 88 and 89 of the Constitution grants investigative and oversight powers to the National Assembly, the authority to issue warrants compelling the attendance of witness is clearly vested in the presiding officer of the Legislative Chamber. According to him, Section 456 of the Legislative House Power and Privileges Act confer the power to issue warrants exclusively on the President of the Senate in matters relating to Senate proceedings and commitment. But were they doing diligent there, or were they underhand dealings there? What do you think about all that? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Before we take a break and prepare ourselves for the Money Man to join in, yes, we continue, and that is what? Well, when you're in a position, what do? You always want to punch holes in whatever those in power are doing, right? And that seems to be the story. Now, former Deputy Minister of Information and former Member of Parliament for Botiano English, a man from Sylvester Tetter, has questioned the impact of the National Democratic Congress government economic policies on the lives of ordinary Ghanaians. And speaking on the radio, Mr. Tetter, who currently is aspiring the position of a General Secretary of the opposition New Patriotic Party, argued that despite claims by the government that the economy is performing well, many Ghanaians are yet to experience any meaningful improvement in their living condition. According to him, the true measure of economic success should be reflected in the daily lives of citizens rather than in statistics and government pronouncements. The aggregate of what the NDC is doing should reflect in the life of ordinary Ghanaians, he stated. Now, Mr. Tete maintained that while government officials continue to highlight economic achievement, many citizens are still struggling with the cost of living and other economic challenges. He stressed that economic growth and policy intervention must translate into tangible benefit for the average Ghanaian, including improved livelihoods, job opportunities, and greater purchasing power. But has the government put things in place for that to happen? Somebody will say yes. So what was the previous government doing then? Did they fail in that work? Somebody will say no or yes, but whatever the situation is, depending on where you are sitting, what do you see? Starr Radio UK. All right, now we move on to one other story, and then we take a break and prepare the grounds for the Money Man to join in, and that is one other story that's making the rounds this morning, quite troubling one, of course. The government of Ghana has repatriated 327 Ghanaian nationals stranded in Port-Built, Cote d'Ivoire, following a demolition exercise that displaced residents and left many without homes and sources of livelihoods. In the statement issued on June 12, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the affected Ghanaians were among residents living in areas impacted by ongoing mass demolition exercises being undertaken by the authorities in the Port Bill municipality in Abidjan. Now, according to the ministry, the demolition exercises rendered the affected individuals stranded after they lost their means of livelihoods and were unable to secure alternative accommodation in Cote d'Ivoire. The ministry disclosed that it had already facilitated the return of 228 Ghanaian nationals who arrived safely on Thursday, that's yesterday. It added that arrangement had been concluded for the remaining to return home on Friday, June 12th, now bringing the total number of affected Ghanaian nationals to 327. To ensure their safe return, the government of Ghana provided buses and trucks to transport the returnees and their belongings free of charge from Cote d'Ivoire to Ghana. The government of Ghana had provided buses and trucks to convey our nationals and their belongings free of charge back to Ghana safely. The statement said. The ministry further revealed that Ivorian authorities had expressed desire to compensate victims affected by the demolition exercise. It said Ghana will continue to engage with authorities in Cote d'Ivoire to ensure that the promised compensation is paid to the affected Ghanaian nationals. The ministry further wishes to acknowledge that Ivorian authorities had expressed their desire to compensate the victims of their demolition exercises and shall therefore remain actively engaged in the matter to ensure that the promised compensation is received by our affected nationals, they said. The ministry indicated the Ghana's diplomatic mission in Abidjan will continue to coordinate efforts and engage relevant stakeholders in this issue. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. Well, repatriation, lots happening across the continent. Let me say the world. By looking at everything, what do you think has gone on there? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. We're going to take a break. And once we come back, we'll be bringing you our money man, Mr. Tabiri. We'll be bringing you everything that you need to know, from archaeology to zoology, and that will be pertaining to your finances. And as I said earlier on, this afternoon, we're going to be looking at how to claim tax relief on job expenses. How to claim tax relief on job expenses. But until then, we take this commercial break and I will be with you. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
From the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my Protandem. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
Of the seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home. From back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England, yeah. Can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, dolof, Ghana dolof. Oh my God, Ama dolof. Name the food. When you come to Ama to eat, Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Do you
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, and this is the Friday edition of the morning show, exactly at 12:33. And who do we have? Our money man himself. And let me take this opportunity to say good afternoon to you, Mr. Tabiri. Hello, Mr. Tabiri. Oh boy. Okay, we myself and my producer tested this thing and it was working perfectly.
Actually, if you
I can hear you now.
I can't hear you.
I can hear you now.
There was could hear you earlier on, but it's gone off again.
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
To be a technical hitch.
Can you hear me?
Try again.
Okay. I'm going to send you hello, Mr. Tabiri. Okay. Okay. I don't know why, but
no, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Okay, I'm going to send you a link. Then we can use that one to do it on Zoom. Okay. So we take a break and we'll be back with you. Yeah. All right then. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio. You can just bear with us. We're going to take a break and we'll be back with Mr. Tabiri. He will be with us in a moment. So stay tuned and don't touch the dial. Let's see whether you can use his Zoom to do it. Where is my producer? Where is my producer himself? I think he needs to come enter into the studio to come and do his magic there. All right then. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's take a break and I will be with you as I said earlier on. Just stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Star Radio UK.
You or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Hey, beautiful people! I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK. I think, let's see whether we can get our money man. Mr. Tabiri, can you hear me now?
There.
Okay, good. All right then. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of JIL Accountancy Services. Our money man this afternoon is going to be with you. I think next week we will try to see whether when it's free, you bring a live visual as well. Yes. I think we'll be able to do that on that. Okay. Good afternoon, sir. It's been a while. I hope you are doing very well.
I am well by His grace. Yes.
Good. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the CEO of GIL Accountancy Services. So you see that advert that rolls every time. He is the man. All right, sir. What are we looking at today, sir?
All right. So as always, we try to do what we can, the best we can, to try and put money in people's pockets. Today, we want to look at how to claim tax relief on job expenses.
Okay.
Usually, we tend to think that only self-employed people who are able to claim expenses on that they incur in their jobs. Some expenses, even though you are employed, some expenses can be claimed as tax relief. And it's important that this afternoon we want to highlight some of these, go over them, because people do not know, people do not realize, and they are losing out money.
Okay.
And we want to go over some of these expenses that are, I think, may be claimable depending on the industry that you work in.
Now, interestingly, when I saw the topic for discussion, I listened to it quite, and I'm like, I think this is for only self-employed people, and then you can but it looks like this is not. There are others who can also benefit from it. So as you said, if you're working in a particular industry, that can be done for you. It's going to be educating you on how to get it. So let's kick off. First of all, what is this job expenses, some of these job expenses, and the tax relief that comes with it, sir?
Yeah, okay. So this afternoon, we want to look at what counts as a claimable job expense.
Okay.
We would zoom in particularly to car and travel claims, where you're using your own vehicle for work. We're looking at things like subscriptions, overnight costs, and working from home. And then we'll look at also how to make a claim, and then what type of records that you need to keep and maintain.
Okay. Go on, sir.
Yeah, so the main test that HMRC uses to decide whether an expense qualifies for as a job expense, job-related expense, is that the expenditure must be wholly, exclusively, and necessary or required to do your job. So when we say wholly, wholly means that it's been incurred only for the work purposes, not partly and personal. So, for example, if you have bought let's say you have bought fuel in your car,
Yeah.
£50, and you've taken it to work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 5 days a week you are working.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday you are also driving the same car.
Mm-hmm.
So can we say that the fuel that you put in your vehicle, you have used part of it for work, you have also used part of it for personal reasons, and therefore that will fail the holy test. So, which means that if you bought fuel in your car, you cannot claim the cost of that fuel as expenses.
Just a quick one there. Now, so can I claim the 5 days? Can I quantify the 5 days and claim that, or because I used the car for dual purpose, so I can't claim it at all?
Correct. You can't claim it at all. But there's another way that HMRC compensates you.
Okay.
Which you will come to, which is instead of you claiming for the receipts, like your petrol receipts and things like that, they instead give you what we call mileage allowance.
All right.
Yeah, so you can't claim that. It has to be, like we said, the purpose is work related, and it is necessary and required to do your job.
Okay.
Also, you must have paid it yourself, which means that your employer should not have reimbursed you for the cost.
Oh, okay.
And then you also need to keep evidence to support the claim.
Okay.
So if you can tick off all of these, then you will be able to make a claim. Now, what are some of the things that you can commonly claim on? So, for example, using your own vehicle for business travel, any professional fees or subscriptions, things like uniforms and protective clothing, which will delve into details some more. Any tools or specialist equipment, if you work away from home, your overnight stay or travel, hotel and reasonable meal expenses. These are where remember your employer has not reimbursed you for. Also, working from home. If you work from home, sometimes you can claim some costs. Then we also have some industry flat rate allowances, which we will delve into later.
Okay. Wow, listeners, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station. In London, we have our money man who has joined us this afternoon, and this afternoon we are looking at how to claim some of the expenses that you're making. Yeah, tax relief on that. But he's trying to make sure that you know exactly which one you qualify to do so on. How to claim tax relief on job expenses. It's listening all up. But let me acknowledge Atakofi all the way in Ghana. I don't know whether in Ghana they do that as well. Atakofi, massive good afternoon to you and to the chief of Ashaman, where I'm an honorary citizen. Massive good afternoon to you all there. All right then, and to all of you who are listening to us on the various platforms, please feel free, put your comments. But the discussions that we are having at the moment is restricted to the UK. It's restricted to the UK. Please to bear in mind that. Okay, Mr. Tabiri, let's go on, sir.
Yeah. So welcome, Atakofi. I'll say if Atakofi knows anybody in the UK, they should tell them to be listening to Starr Radio UK.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah. So now let's look at a typical one, a common one that most people would be affected is especially business travel. And when we say business travel, it does not include what we refer to as commuting. So commuting is your daily travel from your home to your regular place of work. So you cannot claim, if you are an employee, you cannot claim any expenses relating to your commuting. So commuting to your home or your regular place of work. So that does not include business travel. So business travel either includes like travel from your regular place of work to see other clients in different locations, or either traveling from your home to see these clients. That's what we refer to as business travel.
Okay.
And the HMRC has approved mileage payments. So for the first 10,000 miles that you do, you'll be paid. You are able to claim 55p per mile, and anything over and above the 10,000 miles, you are able to claim 25p per mile. So this is expected to cover your fuel, any servicing, insurance, wear and tear or repairs that you would make on your vehicle as a result of using your own car for business travel.
Okay.
The best practice is to keep a mileage log. If in support of your claim, if you have to make a claim, you need to keep a mileage log. So the date of travel, from where you started your journey and where your journey ended, the purpose of the travel. Perhaps you might want to indicate which clients that you went to see, and also the mileage covered between the distance. So you need to have a record to make this claim. Some people also sometimes travel either by motorcycles or bicycles. So for motorcycles, the 55p per mile and 25p over 10,000 miles only applies to cars and vans. For those who would usually travel, let's say by a motorcycle, you are looking at 24p per mile, and yes, all the way through. If you have to travel by bicycle, you can still make a claim, and that is 20p per mile as well.
Interesting. Go on, sir.
Yeah. So, for example, if in the whole year, if you have made business travel miles of, let's say, about £2,000, then you are looking at an allowable expense claim of about £1,100. So if you are a basic rate taxpayer, if you're a 20% taxpayer, you're probably saving yourself roughly about £210 in cash. If you are a 40% rate taxpayer, then you're looking at maybe somewhere around the £425 or so. So that is real cash that people can claim that they are not aware of. And also to note that these claims, you can carry back your claims up to the last 4 years. So if you have any of these that you haven't made a claim, if you make a claim, you're looking at quite a few pounds in your hands over 4 years.
Mr. Tabiri, the complexity of doing all this thing, trying to, because you're talking about proving, putting receipts and logging that, okay, I travel from point A, my office to Mr. So-and-so or company so-and-so and all those bits and all. That doesn't make it so complex that people think that, you know what, I don't want any troubles.
Yeah, true. But it depends. If you make a lot of business mileage travel, then it's worth actually doing something to reclaim it. If you are not being reimbursed. And also these days there are a lot of apps which help make it easier to compile these records as well. There are apps that can assist you track your mileage and do the calculations for you. Technology is bridging that gap. So I would say yes, definitely people should consider making claims because it's quite significant.
Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, at 10 minutes to the top of the hour. But we have our money man still with us, and we are looking at how to claim tax relief on job expenses. He's trying to enumerate a few of them to you, and I will hope that you are listening in very well, because as the that slogan says for the Tesco, every little helps. And this time around, every little. I went to buy fuel yesterday, and the difference between one filling station and the other one was 6p. I said, why not? Why not? So every little, 6p per liter, of course. Every little counts, and I hope that you are listening to us this morning. If you have any questions, feel free to post it on the platforms that we are broadcasting on, or you can call in and we'll be able to address it for you. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so other people also have things like professional subscriptions and fees.
Mm-hmm.
So they belong to professional, other professional bodies.
Yeah.
These should be HMRC recognized or approved professional bodies.
Okay.
Things like trade unions, things like General Medical Council, Nurses Association, those things. Yeah. So if you belong to any membership where you pay subscriptions to, you should be able to claim back the cost of these subscriptions as a job related expense. You need to keep the membership invoices and receipts and proofs of payments that you've made, and you should be able to claim accordingly.
Okay.
Then also, if you travel, overnight travel and subsistence. So if you travel outside of your home and you have to stay over for work, you are able to claim the cost of your hotel or bread and breakfast costs, plus any reasonable meals, that you have whilst on your travel. So it must wholly be business travel. So you can't take your family along and try to have family time whilst you are also on business and claim. You can't do that.
Okay.
Also, working from home is another expense which you can claim these days. Since COVID, a lot of people have been working from home.
Yeah.
Employers have allowed flexible working arrangements, and sometimes people have to do a few days at home and some days in the office. Some also, since COVID, have completely worked from home throughout.
Yeah.
There are two methods of making a claim. So HMRC provides you with a flat rate method where what you can claim is £6 per week. No receipts required, no questions will be asked. If you work from home, you are entitled to claim £6 per week.
Okay.
The equivalent over the year is about £312 a year.
Okay.
And again, this is an expense which you can set up. It might not look much, but if you multiply it by 4, you're looking at £1,200.
So that's six. Sorry for interjecting. That's £6 per week. How many days would I have worked from home to be able to qualify for that £6 per week?
So it doesn't matter, even if you work from home even one day in the year.
Ooh. Okay.
Yes.
Kind of an interesting one.
Even if you work from home one day in the year, you are entitled to that £6 per week, £312.
Okay.
With no questions asked. If you want to claim more, if you believe that you are incurring more costs by working from home, your heating bills, your internet costs, you have some extra costs, you have a dedicated space that you use as an office that you want to claim, then you need to do some requires more calculations and evidence to justify the claim. So, for example, if you have a 4-bedroom house and you're using one of your rooms as office, you need to justify the expense. So, for example, HMRC will be looking at what would the house, for example, be rental cost.
Okay.
If someone was to rent that same house in the same area, how much per month, for example, would that cost? And since you have 4 bedrooms, a simple calculation would be to split it into 4. So you can that rent. So let's say if the rent for a month is about £1,000, which means you're using 1 room in that house. Perhaps you could claim £250 a month for use of your home. So if you want to claim more than the £6 allowance, then you need a little bit more work behind to justify in case you have an inquiry.
Okay.
To it.
Go on, say. Go on.
Yeah. So the flat rate scheme we said is £312, but you can claim some more. HMRC sets fixed allowances for some occupations. Often these are uniform related. So, for example, if you are a nurse, you wear a particular uniform. If you are a policeman, you wear a particular uniform, which needs to be laundered, which needs to be cleaned. So HMRC offers a fixed allowance for some occupations. So depending on your occupation, it could be something like £100 to £200 a year. Again, this is something that people are not looking at or claiming. It might, be significant enough each year, saving you maybe at least £50 here and there. Yeah, so that's that. In terms of uniforms and clothing, I've had so many times where people have asked me, I buy suits because I need to look smart for my work.
Yeah.
And I claim it from HMRC. In respect of clothing, if you're buying any clothing for work, it has to be what meets the standards of what we call a uniform. So, which means a uniform typically has a branding on it. So if you have a suit for work, to be able to claim that
UK
suit,
or GIL accountancy services on it.
Correct. That suit would have to be branded because that suit should only be used for the purposes of your work, and not we cannot claim everyday clothing or non-uniform or any costs that have already been reimbursed by your employer.
Interesting.
So let's look at how you make a claim. So if your total allowable expenses are under £2,500 for the tax year, HMRC have provided a form which is called P87, which can be completed either online or printed off and put in a post, and HMRC would process this. If your claim is £2,500 or more, then you need to prepare a self-assessment to make your claim. And HMRC would typically give tax relief by adjusting your tax code or issue a repayment. So if you've made several years claims, then they are likely to issue you a check payment in the post to cover the years that you have not claimed. But going forward, they would adjust your tax code to take into account some of these reliefs that you're claiming, which would mean that there will be a reduction in your tax. And as we've already said, you can claim up to 4 previous tax years. So the sooner you can make your claim, the better, the sooner your benefit begins to reach you. So as we've mentioned, you need to keep some records. So you need mileage records, you need to keep receipts and invoices, subscription registrations and confirmations. If you made overnight stays, then you're looking at things like booking confirmation or booking receipts, evidence that you were required to work from home, any employer policy, email or contract where possible, any reimbursement statements from your employer to show that you haven't already been reimbursed for the claims. HMR should be looking at those things.
Okay.
So that's a quick roundup of really some of these expenses, which we all go through from time to time, because sometimes we think, oh, it's only a little bit and it doesn't matter, but if they do add up and amount to a significant amount of money. And it's important that people are aware of this, and if they want to claim, how to claim.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, can you just imagine getting a bit from here, a bit from there, and a bit from there, putting them up? It's under 2,000. I mean, at the end of the year, you have that. Boy, you got some big money, yeah? So it's very important. But interestingly, we have people who are listening to us. Well, at times, when it comes to figures and all those things, they just go confused straight. Remember, you start mentioning figures, they have all the information that you're giving, but the figures come in and they just think, no, I can't do it. I don't. What did they do? GIL Accountancy Services, please tell us more, sir.
Definitely. I mean, that's why we are here to help you. By all means, come to us, speak to us. We'll do our best to advise you, do our best to assist you to make a claim, look at your records, take all your records, look at your eligibility, and go assist you to make the claim to HMRC. So if you need any support, anything relating to accounting or tax, of any financial issues, that you want to talk to someone, or you want someone to signpost you, we are there to speak to you. Reach out to us. My telephone number is 079-6124-8834. 079-6124-8834. And I'll do my best. If it's something that we cannot deal with, we can signpost you. There are various things, problems, issues that people come to us. And even though it may not be within our purview to do it, we work with people in our networks that can provide a solution. So we act like a one-stop shop solution provider. So speak to us. Doesn't matter what the issue is, and we'll try and help you as best as we can.
Well, one-stop shop to all your accounting issues and financial issues. We talk to Mr. Dante. Mr. Tabiri, let me say thank you very much for this opportunity.
You're most welcome. It's been a pleasure as always to speak to you and your wonderful listeners.
All right. Have a lovely weekend, and we'll catch up later.
Thank you.
Right then.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Mr. Dante Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, our money man who came your way this afternoon. And today we've looked at how to claim tax relief on job expenses. And, well, a word to a wise is always enough, and I hope that you learn from it. But before I take my break and I bring the program to a close, God willing, on the 26th, we'll be bringing you this new program that is coming away from Starr Radio UK, Health with Patricia. Well, health, and particularly looking at women's health, or what she'll be telling us more about that when, God willing, sometime next week, I get it. But it's going to be the 26th of June. It's going to be Tuesday, 20th, and every Tuesday from 12 o'clock. We'll be telling you more about all that as the program goes on. Okay then. But before I go, let me say thank you very much to each and every one of you at Kofi, and all of you wonderful people on the various platforms that we are broadcasting on. Those of you listening to us live via our apps, I salute each and every one of you. It's been a pleasure coming your way. Have a wonderful afternoon and the weekend. I know the weather is going to be nice in the London area, the southeast. It's going to be nice over the weekend, and all the Cup events going on as well. Enjoy it. But hey, take good care of yourself, whatever it is, and make sure you make some money as the money man has done for you. But until I come your way on Monday, we take this commercial break. When it ends, you don't hear from me. Then it's been me, your one and only Archie, and I say I'm out like that. See you all later. Bye.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.